Why hello there, fellow hosts. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, Castle in the Void. Episode 16, Welcoming Dog and Beaver. The current priority right now is clear Toxic Spewer, and I'm going to wait for the morning for these 5 to be free. And Destroyer, maybe we give you... I'll give you another firearm. And Banyo's resistance is cleared, so he should be easily recruitable soon. Prosthetics is done. It's a bit of a stretch, but I'm going to try for fabrication for the, bionics route. If at all possible. And if you haven't voted, feel free to vote for what we get. Yeah, you can see the lilies are better than the roses. Rose is, and it's kind of funny, but it's 14 beauty and 18 beauty. But lifespan 4.5 days. Lifespan 7.5. So roses last longer, they're just less pretty. Oh, the kiddo joins. All right, so you are homebound because you're not wearing vac stuff. And raffle time are up for the child. The child. Bloodlust, Quick Sleeper, Masochist. Do we have a bed for you anywhere? No. Let's let you sleep here. It's a huge bedroom, but it's empty, so it's yours. Alright, other defaults. Unlike... Well, yeah, no, this is fine. So, fine meals for everybody. And you, I'll give combat shotgun? Pump shotgun for now? Hey, you want to take a part in this military exercise? Let's do it. Child soldier. What's wrong with that? So I'm not sending the vampires because it's to kill boom rats. And yeah, I doubt anything would happen, but why risk it? So it's a little mech cluster and boom rats guarding. And we're just, the mech cluster we don't even have to mess with because they're asleep. So we're just killing boom rats. Unfortunately, this is a grassland tile, I just occurred to me, so the fire's gonna be a little ridiculous. Unmitigated explosion. I could try to put it out, but I don't really care because it doesn't matter. So they're dormant over here, and as long as I don't go near it, as long as I don't mess with it or wait 2.5 days, we're fine. Alright, kid. You pick up the stuff. Yeah, we're done. That's it. This allows us to call in or allow the refugees and to actually be able to host them without toxic fallout poisoning the area. So that was finished. Cool. And now the priority is to host the refugees. So the refugees want to be at Orville. And I'll probably send Runloth and Scorp down to Orville to try to put Orville back together to actually be able to host refugees, because it's a complete mess right now. And then have Runloth cut down whatever plants they are, or maybe hunt, and to have Scorp mine. And I think with the two of them, we should be able to like put things, get it ready for refugees, because I have 2 days left to do that. So grab this steel double bed and load into the shuttle. And then I'm also going to bring the turrets and the battery down. In case the refugees betray me, they will get a face full of turret gunfire. Can I park? What? Can I park? I could. I would have to make a door. It would be convenient if I parked like here, for instance. Why is there steel there? How is there steel there? I don't even know. But I haven't bothered to do a shuttle landing yet. So, loading Runloth, Scorp, packets of raw meals, pemmican. And I'll try to get like local kitchens up and running for the refugees. So that they aren't so I don't have to import food, because that's inefficient. Uranium turrets. The battery. And another thing that might be useful is to get another shuttle. Because having a shuttle down there while they're down there means that, like, I have a pretty limited amount of... I'm sort of stuck with everyone else. So, I'm going to go and work towards getting a door here for a shuttle bay. And getting the required research to fill that up, but it's going to require a lot of steel. No, don't do that. Well, that's inconvenient. Is it literally as I leave? Who's being raiding? Alright, so we have the wild guy. Wait, did you take off your suit? You really... Okay, you are pretty wild. Where is the pest partners? They must be on this tile. Okay, so we're sending people here, so this is fine. Oh, they're obviously hypersensitive. Gonna suck for you. Now, one of the other problems is a lot of the animals that are on this tile are not going to be easily butcherable. And that's because they were very recently toxic spewed. Dead bodies. There might be some Molotovs nearby that will allow me to clean up the human-like corpses. Because I don't have any vampires in this map tile, so like fires are fine. I don't know, I'll consider. Are you coming? You're attacking immediately. Alright, let's take a look at you. Health. Okay, that's easy. Okay. They're a really good crafter. But I don't think I'm going to go out of my way to, like, try to capture them or anything like that. Hey, Scorp, you want a roof over your head so that, like, the lung rot juice isn't coming into your lungs constantly? Come on, turrets. Okay, we're done. It was not much of a fight. I figured it wouldn't be. So, the plan is to... First... I'm gonna go with transport shuttle. As a permit. I'll just be the tiebreaker. It was leading for a while. We want to get this ready for... How many refugees? 5? No, dog and a child. So 2 refugees. That's not that bad. A little refugee party. And probably the important part is to clean up the dead bodies that are immediately close to the colony so that it's not so upsetting to the refugees themselves. Because I'm sure they're not going to be accustomed to dead bodies. I mean, they likely won't be. And then added security. This back wall is pretty useful. Stops enemies from, like, bypassing the turrets easily. And a Slotus, you should probably start your death rest now. You should not be zoned to 1. Okay, so Runloth, I'm going to have you haul some corpses. Because Scorp is way better of a builder. And then once Scorp is done with that, we'll continue to mine the area, because there's a lot of resources here. And it's going to be a lot easier for me... Oh, I need to dump out the food. It's going to be a lot easier for me to keep the 4 people fed than, like, the, whatever, 7 or however many people I thought it was originally going to be fed. And I might actually physically expand the base. Like, let's do this. Because this doesn't need to be like a militarized compound like we initially needed. This can be a little bit more comfortable, a little bit larger. And I'll change the home zone. Now that we're going to be here a while, we might as well clean up, repair, and accommodate the refugees. Okay, Runloth. I think I'm going to not haul any more corpses because I don't care about the corpses, but anything else that is haulable, we might as well bring into the zone. Yeah. So we have a little under 2 days to prep, and I want to spend as much time as possible. The other thing we're likely going to need to do is just to shoot all the animals that are already like super toxic buildup to get new animals that don't have toxic buildup, because waiting for the toxicity to clear is going to take forever. It's not worth the wait. We might as well just murder them all and then have a new set of animals. Because these guys are just like beyond, you know, they're instant rot. They're beyond rescue. Oh, the raffle. Duh. No, Terminal Serenity already won. I'm an idiot. I'm a double idiot. I ran the raffle while I was talking, and then I forgot I ran the raffle. So you are going to be Terminal. Or Serenity? I'll name you Serenity. It's a nicer name than Terminal. Terminal makes it sound like you're about to die. And your work priorities. You want to be able to plant, cut, and grow. You're not very good at it, but like, you're a child. You'll get better. And then we'll give you craft as well. Runloth, I want you to clean. Starving. Yep, that's my bad. So, Scorp, travel, Runloth, travel. Sorry, board Drake. You win nothing. You lose, sir. Good day. Something. So tidying it all up so that it's not hideous. We can also like smooth stuff and repair stuff eventually. For Runloth, I'm going to start just like shooting everything. So once it's all clean, her hunt priority is going to take over. And we're going to tell her to just start shooting all critters so that we can get a new subset of critters. While Scorp will be repairing and then mining. Heavy bridges is done. That allows us to put the landing pad in. And then we'll go back to fabrication. So one of the things I wanted up here was the other passenger shuttle. We have the materials for it. I think what I'll do, at least for now, is like build it here for an emergency. Or maybe I'll build it there. Build it there for an emergency. I know it uses up a hell of a lot of our materials, and the hope is that Scorp will be able to replace that stuff. Mine up components and steel and bring it back. So, dog survivors, 1.2 days. Got it. I think we're going to go with 2 beds, because dog and his child, or whoever it is to him, will need beds. And then we'll need a source of food, because this is enough food to last the entire duration. And then stone cutting, or... Stone cutting would be actually a really good thing to do. Have the child, like, haul stone, and then dog cut stone. Because if we want a nice throne room, we're going to need an immense amount of stone. And this is not going to be enough, obviously. What? Oh, right, my cook is gone. Shoot. Poopy poopy shoot. Destroyer, guess what? You get to be the cook. You're the first to complain about the lack of food, so good luck. Try to put a meal together. No one left in the station has any idea how to cook, so I don't have high hopes. I have low hopes. Exceedingly low hopes. No, you haven't puked. That's saying something. A very little something, but something. Yeah, I need an NPM for, like, when the cook departs. I don't disagree. I have the technology, I just haven't, like, allocated the space. Some of these little animals don't have toxic buildup, but the ones that do need to die. Oh, no, that's not... Oh, come on, guys. Really? You're gonna punch a turtle? You're 36, you punched a 14-year-old? There's better ways to deal with your frustration. What started that? Turtle laughed at Serenity. And Serenity flew into a rage. I mean, yeah, 14-year-old with bloodlust. And the icing on the cake is he enjoyed it. Sure. Whatever. Alright. Scorp, can you build this in 17 hours? I'm gonna wake you up. Get you going on that. Please, wander away. I don't care. I never wanted you. You showed up. You showed up to an empty colony and then claimed that you were part of it. which I will say is a wee bit confusing. Now, some of the animals that I've been shooting probably are edible. I haven't actually checked. So I think what I'll do is, because I don't have a butcher stockpile, is I'll put a butcher stockpile here for animal corpses that are fresh, in case the things I'm hunting aren't instantly decayed by chance. I think the elephants weren't here before. Yeah, they're new. They're a little tricky of a target to randomly shoot at, but you know, there is a possibility there at least. And we are getting the malnourishment solved. Destroyer is obviously working on that because I forgot. Oh yeah, Molotovs are there. I don't think it really matters. I don't really see a situation where we need to burn all these corpses. It's just too much work for the happiness of a few refugees. It's like, oh well, whatever. All right, quest. Accept. We've got Dog and Beaver. What game am I playing? Some Timberborn? Very neurotic night owl. Okay, so you're going to be on the night schedule. So you're a night beaver. I've heard about those. You're usually in brothels. And then Dog, a bloodlust fast learner. All right. Dog, you are a crafter. Perfect. You get to cut stone. And then Beaver, you are a child. You get to haul stuff. One of the issues that we're going to have here is they're in vac suits. Not super efficient in terms of like movement speed. So we might want to get rid of the whole vac suit thing. But they might be naked under there. No, they have clothing. Just tattered crap clothing. Scorp could make clothing from the butchered stuff that we get. So let's get a hand tailor and like he'll piece together clothing for them. Where are you walking for steel? Oh. Yep, that's a mistake. I forgot I had a zone down there. I might also want to take away their weapons in case they try to betray me. Having them walking around with, well, I'm not too worried about the kid, but having the adult walk around with a knife, I'd like rather not have to fight someone with a knife. Can help it. Oh, you're female. I didn't know that. You're a female too. So once we get the stonecutter table, the other thing that I can add is a butchery table, and then we can get a kitchen here because Runloth is actually a good cook, our only good cook. And then once we add like a source of power, we can power up. I'll just do a really lazy wind turbine back here or something. Not there. Then we can power this thing area up. Okay, what the heck are you doing? Oh, okay, yeah, I guess, sure. Given that you are 11, you do have a growth tier. What is, assuming that you might have a chance to join, what do you need? You need to stare at the sky. Okay. That doesn't require any infrastructure, so that works for me. And then these two new fine folks. You get travel meals and travel meals. Oh, I forgot. Felix, you have forced a tire that is tattered. Actually, two of it. let's get rid of that. Oh, no, the shirt's fine. But the pants need to go. Just, like, drop trowel right in the middle of the dining room. Never occurred. Butcher table. There. And for that, we need a little bit of wood, which is fine because we have the plant cutter on site. Oh, actually, yeah, I know I still need a little more. So the other thing I'm going to do is sandstone chunk hauling. Sandstone is going to be the lightest stone that we can import to space, and as far as fine floors go, the stone type doesn't really matter. So I'm going to set up a dumping stockpile for sandstone chunks. So the kid can haul them. I feel like this is like the plot of Holes, but like the opposite. Like a prison camp for children. Right. A lot of what we're waiting on now... Well, actually, we did need some components. I have more stamina than you do? Yeah, well, I'm paid to be here. Technically speaking. But I appreciate you being here with me. I really, really do. So Roloff is just going around, like, shooting small stuff. I think that's probably the last iguana I'm going to fire at. And then I really do want these refugees to contribute to stone cutting. So getting the stone cutter table up ASAP. Probably even more important than the food. So we'll get to the food eventually. But the food, unlike the stone cutter... Oh, freaking, you did the butcher table. I was going to say, the food requires us to get like electricity and or at least fire and other power generation, whereas the stone is just like cut stone. I really want the stone. Why are you flipping out? Sweaty? Okay, passive cooler. Put it there. Rare thrumbos on the map tile. Probably not something I'm going to clear. Bit too dangerous, especially for like a 11-year-old or, yeah, 11-year-old nearby. That's a recipe to get them clobber death. Butcher table. Butcher creature, forever. Within close radius. And then drop on floor. One of the things I could do is to make... Well, I only have agave. So yeah, I'm just going to do simple meals out of it. And try to only shoot what we need to butcher for immediate meals. No! Okay, cancel. Stone cut table. We'll pull the wind turbine later. He keeps finding projects to delay the stone cutter, and it's like, God dang it. So, there. Now we have a butchery. And a stone cutter. Is this illuminated? It is. And then we'll want an electric stove. I'm going to move the stone cutter here, right next to the door. The tailor there. It's getting real busy. And the electric stove. I'm going to move the stone cutter actually outside. And the butchery outside. Because they're filth objects. Which will increase food poisoning, because I don't want this outpost to become just like pure vomit. So I'll butcher them outside. Now, in order to protect ourselves, I'm going to put all of the stuff in the stockpile that shouldn't be used against me into the shuttle, because once it's in the shuttle, they won't ever touch it. As far as, like, equipping weapons or whatever. So it keeps it out of the hands of them trying to stab me with it. Which is good. Some of that is just, like, junk. Obviously, I don't much care for it. But, I just don't want it used against me. So let's get a kid romper. made of light leather, and then we'll start making clothing for dog afterwards. And your needs are floor drying and lesson taking. Well, I can't really help you with lesson taking until I set up more stuff. Shoot. I do have turrets here, never mind. Alright, Damp is gonna get shot by my turrets. Lazy, tough kind. So the tough kind of sucks, but they're 13. Wait, do you have a facial hair at 13? What did you look like? Oh no, you do look like a 13-year-old. I thought for a moment they had a beard. Fortunately, it's on the other map tile, so I don't need to immediately worry. So to get the wind turbine up, that's 2 components, which we have, and steel, which we need. And then once we get that up, we'll get the kitchen up. And this little outpost will be somewhat self-sufficient. Now, I never imported batteries over here, so the worry is if the wind isn't strong, the turrets don't go pew-pew. So I'm kind of hoping that that the wind allows for us to defend this outpost, otherwise the outpost goes rip. Extravagant assembly. No, hell no. A lot of honor, cool rewards, but cannot comply. Yep, I think we'll win. Thank you, wind. Yeah, we never imported a battery here. Wasn't needed this time. I got lucky. Scorp. Get the steel. Trail offer. No, because that's not charitable. So, no. We're doing this for the charity. Not because, like, I wanted an 11-year-old and a 30... how old is the dog? 24-year-old? It was really just for the charity, so... Yeah, and they're really not considering backstabbing them. That would not be very charitable. The other thing that Runloth could do is to harvest some of the agave, not for raw eating, but to make into meals once we have the meal bench up. Yeah, plus that reward was, like, hot garbage. It was like, I'll give you a bow to kill them. Seriously? A bow? I live on a space base. You want me to use a bow? Interestingly, I think a bow would work better in space than a traditional combustion requiring firearm. For, like, heat and other reasons. It wasn't even a great bow? Yeah, it was a poor bow. So we're gonna cook fine meals. Until we have, let's say... Yeah, let's do 4. And then because this section is unroofed, we'll, stick a steel door in there too. Or maybe a wood door. That way it can be cool. And the zone is only slightly dirty. It's just a few pieces of dirt. I think, I'll cover those pieces up with some tile. It was only two little spots. And now you have clothing. You're welcome. And because we are starting to roll... Actually, you know what? I don't really want to lose the meat. Just keep cranking it out until we run out. Because I can always, like, load it in the shuttle and send it back up to space. So I haven't been paying much attention to space. It's doesn't require a lot of, like, active participation, I don't think. Like, the farms just do farming. There's not a lot that we need to do in space, so it's a lot of recreation for those guys. Oop. Your cooking has failed us. And unfortunately, the cook is also going to be vomiting on the food. So that's a feedback loop of nasty. The next two things we need here is a button-down shirt, which we can make out of, let's say, lizard skin, and then pants, which we do not have the materials for yet, but we can get it from some unnamed animal. Oh god. Felix, you want to cook? Everyone's vomiting. At this point, it doesn't really matter who does it. It's just bad for everybody. Yep, Destroyer can't even stand up. That's how good his cooking is. He's doing the slug. Rolling on the ground, leaving a trail of slime. Yep. Good job, man. Tasty stuff. Thanks for the gruel. Slotus! Meditated. I will give you, because I use it a lot, the hemo drain. And then pair that with blood focus. It's a really nice feedback loop, and I'm going to start selecting the ones for Slotus this time around. Power be in the hands of the caster. Looks like the bottleneck to more meals is the agave. Oh no, there's just a bunch of agave on the ground. You harvested it and just left it there. Uh-oh. Now everyone's vomiting. And then we need... Okay, I think we have just about all the steel we need for the turbine. Because obviously we're draining the hell out of our batteries and it's not refilling. Which is going to be a problem in the long run. Poison animals. 15 rhinos at Orville. No? I mean, we could turtle. I could wall up this section or something and just, like, not go anywhere, but... It's a lot of honor. But if I accept this, I can take it with the Praetor. Maybe? It's a big reward. That's why it's like hard to pass up, because it's just a really big reward. And then if it ever gets bad, we can just get in the shuttle and like leave the refugees. Ah, that sounds so evil though. I guess I'll pull you guys. Should I accept the rhino quest? I don't have the means to kill that many rhinos. Like, even if all of my colonists were down there, it would still be a bit of a struggle of a fight. And all of my colonists up in space are, like, dealing with some, gastrointestinal issues. So, I'm not really sure if dealing with the rhinos is in the cards, but if you want me to try, I could turtle, wall myself up where the rhinos don't have a path to me, and then just wall myself inside with sandstone so they can't physically get to me even with a mental break, unless we like punch a wall open, and then just wait them out. Because it is a lot of honor to do a lot of nothing. I will admit that. It would be pretty effortless honor.
We're barely able to cook fast enough to be able to feed ourselves because we're just so busy vomiting. Yikes. While without any infrastructure, Ruinloth and crew is like chilling and eating nice agave meat meals. The difference is stark. So I did want, what leather is this? Light leather? I did want to make clothing for dog. I just need nope, bye meat. Yeah, we need a hunt. I just need a little bit more leather for that. And if you want me to accept the Rhino quest, I have a ton of stone. So we could use maybe about a third of the stone I have to make like a little retaining wall so that we have somewhere to be during some outside time during the waiting the rhinos out. So it looks like I'm planning on Ye's winning, even though I know it's tied at the moment. And if it doesn't end up tied, like whatever, I have another wall. It's fine. So they'll arrive, how soon? 22 hours? So yeah, I have a day to make a wall. That's fine. That's no problem at all. Are these bison? Oh, these are the original ones that got like their toxins cleared. Okay, I think I'm going to accept the rhino quest. So we're gonna host the refugees and wait out the rhinos. And I'm gonna put in some insurance policies before the rhinos show up, where we wall up the areas that are too dangerous. Real tribute. Hey, Destroyer. It's time. Can you fly the thing? Well, before you do that, let's send the gold down too, and also Felix. So set to load. Felix for the honor. Destroyer for the tribute. And then 450 gold. Oh. Okay, I need you guys up. Oh, it's 2 in the morning. You're not gonna get up. And Destroyer, you no, you are not. What are you doing? I told you to get into the shuttle. Why are you doing this? I'm exceedingly confused as to what the heck? Okay, well, get in. They kind of got like lost on the way. I don't really know. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Castle in the Void, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a miniseries marathon. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. I am not, however, looking for feedback because this streamed once only as a marathon and it cannot be incorporated. If you would like to join my online community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it. If you'd like to join my Patreon page, you can also find a link to that in the description as well. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, especially those that suggested this specific scenario, which would be Ruinloth, Felix, and Scorp, and also viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you on the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Sanguophage worshippers.